Gauteng ANC Provincial Secretary Nciza says Premier Panyaza Lesufi is ready, but the DA is stalling the negotiations.
I hope that this is going to be a smooth and a day that people of Gauteng and the country have been waiting for, where the executive would have been announced by the Premier of Gauteng, Comrade Panyaza Lesufi. But the reality is that we've been in negotiations not with the Democratic Alliance alone, because the framework of the ANC is very clear. We must bring as many parties as possible. So we are not in forming a coalition or even a grand coalition with Democratic Alliance. We are following a framework of the African National Congress as adopted in the NEC. We have deadlocked not once with the Democratic Alliance in the province, because we don't believe what they are raising is really reasonable. But when we started, in fact, the first time the Premier was not contested at the legislature, including the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. There was agreements, according to us. From there, we just deadlocked up until today. So that's the reality. But as the African National Congress, we were ready to announce. In fact, the Premier is even ready to do that now. But as you would know, that we are led. So if the leadership says, hold on, let's engage, because negotiations are not easy, we have to follow what the leadership says to us. Go and persuade and engage, because this is not about just the appointment of MECs, but it is also about the stability of the legislature and many other things that they would have considered. But from where we were, there are many parties that came into an agreement with us. In fact, almost all the parties that are in the legislature would have agreed and said they are supporting us to move ahead. So we will, of course, postpone today, but not later than tomorrow. There's no way that the Premier is not going to announce the executive of Gauteng.